All right, guys, welcome back to From the Sidelines. We've got a very special guest with us today, New Mexico Lobos quarterback Devon Dampier, aka D4. Devon,
Mm.
thanks so much for coming on the show, man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get right
Let's
into
do
it.
it. Let's do it.
Our first question: Who or what inspired you to get into football?
So I started off, I played baseball. That was the first sport I played, and then my mom was like, "This kid's a little too physical to just be playing
Ah,
baseball." So she was like, "He needs to be throwing and hitting." So that's how football ended up coming along. But in the long run, Aaron Rodgers was probably my main quarterback that really got me into football and made me want to be great at it.
that's awesome. Can I ask you what position you played in baseball?
Like if I was young, like
Yeah,
first base,
first
and
base.
then
Okay,
yeah, but I did a little bit of shortstop. So those were my two, and then
got that
Hey,
cannon.
where
Yeah.
how do you think you move in the pocket like that? It's from that quick feed. It's shortstop, right?
Nah, but and both my parents, my mom was a huge basketball player, and my dad did track, so real
Oh,
fast athletes all around.
all right. So just that athletic genes in the family. That's sick, man.
It runs in the family. Well, hey, guess what? You kind of answered my next question, sort of. Who was your favorite football player growing up? You kind of said Aaron Rodgers, and I
Yeah.
was also going to ask you who your favorite quarterback was growing up or nowadays.
Yeah, no. So my favorite player, I would say, is Kobe Bryant for sure. Just from a athlete standpoint, that's he had such like dedication to what he was doing, and
Mentality.
you're right, just the mentality was there all the time. So that's probably my favorite athlete, and then yeah, just Aaron Rodgers again. That's who I wish I could resemble my game after, but there's quarterbacks like Kyler Murray and
I was about to
Drew
say, quit
Brees.
lying. You did not get your scrambling ability from Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers can move now. Don't disrespect him too much.
Yeah.
So, huge thing happened to you in your life. You were named the starting quarterback of the New Mexico Lobos. That's huge. For us
Yeah,
sitting at home, we're interviewing the guy who got named the starting quarterback. We didn't. So, we want to know what that feeling was like.
yeah. So I mean, I've dreamed of playing college football forever since a little kid. So when you finally get the opportunity and you work so hard to actually be named the starter and you're gonna have your first college season under your belt. I mean, it was huge for me. It was like, man, I've made it this far, and still such a long journey to go.
For people that don't know at home, like maybe what a game week looks like, maybe there's practice, there's installs, there's like film sessions, stuff like that. So could you kind of break down the week leading up to a game?
Yeah. So earlier in the week, we start off. We review our last game. Obviously make the corrections, and then, yeah. I mean, it's straight on to the next opponent. You got to be able to move on fast.
Mm.
Especially we just came off a loss, so just being able to move fast and get ready for the next team. So that starts off pretty early. Good practice days the first 2 days, and then settles down a little bit towards the game. So. But the film study is huge, on my part alone. I try to dedicate my film, early in the week just to get familiar with the guys that I'm going to be playing against and, what we can do best against them.
And unlike Kyler Murray, you're hitting the film session instead of Call of Duty, the double
Ooh,
XP.
easy
No,
now, easy now.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah.
All right. So my next question, you've already played some pretty big teams. You've had some pretty big games yourself. Is there any other games that you have circled on your calendar this year?
Yeah, definitely New Mexico State.
Mm.
We ended up losing to them last year, and I heard about the rivalry. How big it is in New Mexico, and I mean it's the real thing. It gets talked about so often, even after the season. So it's a game that needs to be won for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
That's
Rivalry.
what's up. What will college fans be saying about your sophomore season once it's all said and done?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can really showcase my talents, and I'm just hoping for. Say my biggest goal is just, leading up to the next season, I would hope people are like, this is a top 10, top 15, quarterback, keep your eyes on. And yeah, I just kind of want to, gain the respect of, the college community and just, continue to become a better player by the year.
Being quarterback at New Mexico, you're probably the big man on campus. So, talking about what's going into a game week as well as balancing academics, is it hard to balance school and football?
Yeah, I think my mom's, kept a real tight grip on, me actually performing well in school growing up. So, the transition wasn't, too hard, just to be able to balance and, um, put my pride into both things. I did start off with electrical engineering. That was tough. So I did end up having to drop that. I switched to
No.
communications and business.
Bro,
There you
hey,
go.
the
That's good.
words electrical
Yeah.
and engineering don't go together. No.
Right.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. So you said communications now. That's good though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, the engineering was just it was a lot. So I could see where, the balancing issues can come in for certain people. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, it's great.
Okay, my next question for you is what are you or did you buy with your first chunk of NIL money?
I would have to say, I mean, I bought some plane tickets for sure. I would say that that's probably. I ended up going to New York. I ended up going back to Arizona. I went to Utah to go watch my brother play in the bye week. So I just been making a lot of trips, exploring the world.
Cool, man.
Traveling's always a good investment, Devin. Experiences are always worth it, man.
Yeah, no, for
might
sure.
not be something you can see. No, it is something you can see.
Yeah.
And it's something you can cherish for the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
no, for sure. For
Right.
sure.
In an era of showboating and showing off, what is your favorite touchdown celebration, or do you have a signature touchdown celebration?
Yeah, no, on my passing touchdowns, I always thank God, that's number one priority. But when I happen to get an end zone myself, I do tend to dance. I love
Yeah.
dancing. That's my go-to. Dance is very fun. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty good at a lot of dances. So all of them are my
All
favorites.
of them. Okay. I like it.
Hey, man, you guys, everybody wants to be the OBJ of dancing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
Like OBJ was a great wide receiver, but an even better celebrationist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. OBJ did something crazy.
Yeah, some nasty stuff for
Yeah.
sure. And Cam Newton too with the
Yeah, the dad. He had
he
the
was
dab, the
cold.
Superman.
He was cold.
I'm saying there's some
was cold.
iconic, iconic people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Well, we've got 3 more questions for you.
3 more games.
They're games.
We're getting more fun
Okay.
for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Enough of the boring stuff. We're getting fun. We're getting fun. All right. So I've got a game. I'm gonna call this one "Would You Rather." So basically, we're gonna give you 2 options and just say which one you'd rather.
Right.
Our star. The first one. Would you rather have 5 passing touchdowns or 5 rushing touchdowns?
5 rushing touchdowns is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I will say 5 passing touchdowns is a lot better just because I get to celebrate my touchdowns with the guys I'm getting the ball to. So
Yeah.
everybody gets to showcase their talents more when it's the passing touchdowns and the rushing touchdowns. So
your wide receivers like that answer a lot.
Yeah.
Would you rather have an 80-yard passing touchdown or an 80-yard rushing touchdown?
Okay, see that. I would have an 80-yard rushing touchdown.
Yeah, I know. At that point, let the ego get back in check, man.
Yeah.
We want that 80-yard rusher. We know. Come on, read option 8 yards.
Dude, if you're scoring an 80-yard touchdown, you're moving.
I bet is the 80-yard rushing touchdown celebration, are you like out of breath or like are you just going crazy with the dance?
Yeah, no, the adrenaline that goes on in your body, you're hyped. You're like, bro, I just took this for 80 yards.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, okay, one more for this one. Would you rather break a tackle or would you rather break some ankles?
It depends where you are. So, like in the end zone, when you truck somebody and you're still up on your feet, it's like, okay, like you did a little extra when you scored. But when you're in the open field and there's a one-on-one and you juke somebody out, then everybody's like, ah.
You get on Sports Center with those ones, right?
It's Lamar Jackson in high school all over again, man. When he did at the end zone, he's like,
yeah, no, the juke right before going. That's what I'm saying. That was tough.
Yeah.
I would say the juke for sure. I would go with the
Okay.
juke.
Good
All right,
answer.
well, we got another quiz for you, Devin. Who is this former New Mexico Lobo? All right.
All right. All right.
We go. All right. Ready?
All right. So he was a first-round pick.
He won NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Brian Urlacher.
Oh, he got it. He got it.
See, we had a bunch of extra hints, but I was like, I think he's gonna get this pretty quick.
Oh yeah. No, the first round, I was like, no, this is. Let me just get one more to make sure.
Yeah. One more game for you.
Last one.
The game is called "Who's the More Iconic Saguaro High School Football Alumni?" All right, so Byron Murphy or Keely Ringo?
That's. I would say. As of right now, I would say Byron Murphy, but I think Keely Ringo is, he's truly making a name for himself in the NFL already.
Okay,
so you're going Byron for this one.
Yes.
Okay. So Byron's staying on the board. Byron Murphy or Ohio State cornerback Denzel Burke. OH, baby.
See, that's like I feel biased because I was able to be around Denzel, so
yeah.
That's a good guy, I've been able to meet, on and off the field.
But
Byron Murphy.
Byron Murphy again? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, let's go Byron Murphy. We'll stay with Byron Murphy.
All right. Byron Murphy or Christian Kirk?
Now, I have to go with Christian Kirk just because the rival school of Saguaro was Chaparral, and that was the school I was supposed to go to. And I got to see Christian Kirk play against Chaparral, and he opened my eyes to the high school football. I was only in like 5th grade, and I watched him take like 2 kick returns back to the house. He had like 2 touchdowns, or that was a crazy performance that, I got to see the first game I ever watched him.
I don't know what you're going to be able to say about this next, really. Yeah, he's from Arizona. He also attended that high school. I don't know. He's some quarterback out of New Mexico named Devon Dampier.
Yeah.
I haven't earned my respect yet. I'm gonna go Christian Kirk.
Oh,
I'm a humbly going Christian Kirk.
Humble answer. I like it. That's cool, man.
I'm going Devon Dampier.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's on out from the sidelines and Christian Kirk's not.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, Devin. Well, thank you so much for all your time today. We had a lot of fun. We hope you had fun too.
Yeah, for sure. This is dope.
So best of luck with the rest of your season and your future career endeavors. And Devon Dampier.
Tear him up, people.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Real life.